Hello, good morning, guys. This is Hatha Yoga with elements of Ayurveda, and I'm outside in my garden, so hopefully it won't be disturbed by early rising neighbors or so on. So let's see. And as you can see, the weather has changed, and now we're moving towards autumn. The summer is finished, so Kapha and Vata will be aggravated, and you would feel that in probably getting more mucousy in the chest, in the sinuses, or a feeling that your joints are a bit more dry, a bit more achy, and feeling a bit cold. Colds, maybe sniffly starts to come. So these are all signs that Vata and Kapha will be a bit more active in the change between the seasons. So in this case, what we want is to create a flow in our asana practice that would be suitable for warming up and keeping it a bit more active, a bit more dynamic, if you like, and that will keep Kapha under control. Also will bring heat, which keep Vata in in a good state, you see. And so food-wise, you can. The trick is to know which one are you. Are you more Kapha, more Vata? That you may have similar symptoms. For example, if you feel constipated, you don't know, because Vata tends to be like that. But in this case, what do you want? To do more movement, or do you drink something hot and a bit more warming up? So that will help the process to get better, I suppose. And if you're Kapha, also you can experience sluggishness into that area, and in this case, what do you need? A bit more movement, but a bit more heat as well. So there is lots of places where you can have a look to check what you need, but also I may do a workshop eventually when we get back to face-to-face contact, and I'll see. I'll think about it. Okay, so we're giving a few more minutes to see if other people are joining us. It's 10 o'clock, so for some people it could be evening time, depending where they are. Good evening, or lunchtime. Hello, good afternoon, or good day. Right, so finding a comfortable position. If you need any blocks, any props around, any scarves like that, or shawls, so get ready, and then find your spot, comfortable. We're just gonna have a moment to connect. So finding a comfortable sitting position and becoming aware of the contact of the body and the floor. And allowing the spine to lengthen. Feel the shoulders drop down. Allow the jaw to relax. And for a few moments, just be aware of any sensations around you, sounds, become aware of your breath, natural breath. Just observe its movement in and out of the body. And when you're ready, we're going to take 3 Oms together and the Loka Mantra. Inhale. Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Okay, so good to see you all. Let's start with, as you're sitting, whether you want to swap your legs, that's fine. And then we're going to start with just working the neck and that area first, because we have that tendency this time of the year and day to be a bit more congested. So let's start with inhale, exhale, like a perfect circle. Imagine that your head is on that top of the spine and you're just massaging that point. Normally, sometimes I do it first down here, lengthening the back of the neck before I start doing full circles. Also, you can help you connect with the Ujjayi breath, it's the one with a slight restriction at the back of the throat. And eventually you do a few rounds, if it's okay with your back and your neck, like so. Ear from shoulder to shoulder. If you have problems, you can just do one side and the other side, just gently, like so. Also, you can touch with the fingers like a spider, like that, on the side next to you, and do that. That's a very good stretch for the neck. Very slowly. So we want to feel the whole motion, and also we don't want to get dizzy. So you can do it clockwise, anti-clockwise for a few rounds. Beautiful. Oiling the joint. Okay. And when you've had enough of that, come back to center. And on the next inhale, exhale, we're going to open to the rib cage. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Very gentle, but mind you, don't lift. That hip is rooting you down, so keep it low. Keep it in contact with the floor. And one more. Just warming up the body, opening, letting some air into the lungs. And when you're ready, we'll do a little twist. Inhale, exhale there. Then wait for the inhalation, come back to center. Swap the other side. Inhale back to center once more. Inhale back to center. Good. And let's go to the fall. Coming on to fall. Dynamic cat and cow. Stretch this side, then exhale, and again. So play dynamically. A few rounds. And there is a very nice Ayurvedic tapping that I want you to take from this class. Is cup your hand like so, and this wakens up the meridians, energizes your body to still feel sluggish and slow. Okay, and it's warming you up. So when you cap your hand like so, and you start giving a good slap on the outside and back and the inside and back, and then the other, the front you can spend here more time if you need it. Okay, and the outside. After you've done this, the same with the legs. So inside and the outside. The other one. Front, the inside and the outside. Good. When you warmed up like so, we're going to come back to a dynamic down dog. So lift. 3 rounds of breath here. You can try one at a time, lifting the heels, feeling the breath moving, feeling the head is dangling. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And also rotate the hips so they're not down, they're up towards the sky. On the next inhale, exhale, lower down. And we're going to come into dolphin. Just say that forward bends are quite, in inverted positions, quite heating, so that will probably start, if you feel kapha here, you will feel it more. Okay, come into dolphin lift. In here, and stay for 3 rounds again. Whether you want to play dynamic, move back or into it, have a rest if you need it, just to keep that good warming up coming. I'll show it this way. And lower after 3 rounds, either Balasana, or come to sitting. The next one we're going to do is a rabbit, so it's very good to press the pressure point here. If you have any ponytails that might make it difficult for the head to move, remove them. Okay. Right, so we come to the ground. And make sure your hands are in line with the head. So maybe I'll do it this way. And the movement is happening in the hips. So when you move the hips, you move the whole spine and leave the head passive. After a few rounds here, you can rest. In Balasana and take 2 deep inhales and exhales there. Do as many of the so-called rabbit as your body needs. It's a very good energizing posture. Yeah, it's really one of my favorites. Right, so let's start after you come back from baby. Then we're going to inhale, exhale back into down dog. Feel the hamstring a bit more stretchy, opening here. And then the next inhale, exhale, we're going for pyramid. So right foot forward, hop the left. And from here, you can come onto your fingertips or use a block if you have one handy, okay? And then gradually start surrender. Gently bending the front knee and then pressing more to feel that opening here. For those of you who want a bit of a edge and opening in the upper body, then you can roll the shoulders by interlacing the fingers and allowing the upper body to cascade over the front foot or leg. Deep inhales and exhales. You can time your movement with the breath. So the exhalation will take all the tension away and will allow you to move further into your asana. inhalation moves you away from it and gets you back with the exhalation further into the edge or biting point. Okay. Inhale after 3 rounds. Exhale into down dog. Feel these hamstrings really opening. And when you're ready for the other side, hop the left in line with the hips, pointing the same direction. And here we go. Variation is also to walk the hands, fingers pointing at the back. Gaze the big toe and eventually surrender. 3 to 5 rounds of breath here. Soft tongue. Just as a silent witness observing the situation that you're in. Good. And when you're ready, inhale, exhale back into down dog. Deep inhale, exhale here. And we're going to get ready for our sun salutation. So, depending how you feel, I let you have your own variation. If you want to go for the classical one, any variation that you know, or you can mix it up, jazz it up, it's up to you. I normally do. Okay. Three rounds and then we meet in the Tadasana. into your third round. And we're back in Tadasana. I see some friends that showing up I haven't seen for a while. Zdrasti. Okay, cool. Coming in Tadasana. Parallel feet. And we're going to go for Utkatasana. So that's a very heating posture. Keep lengthening on inhale. Exhale, we flex in the hips. So that's chair, okay? Shoulders down. And you can gaze to spot in the floor somewhere in front of you. Hands can be together or apart. And we stay here for 3 rounds of breath. Maybe it'd be better if I show it that way. Okay. As much as you can, put these thighs parallel with the floor. After a third, inhale, lift. Exhale, come to forward bend. And hook the big toes with the index and thumb and middle. And surrender for 2 rounds of breath here in forward bend. Keep the elbows out. Shoulders away from the ears. On the next inhale, exhale, we're going back to Utkatasana. Inhale. Lift, exhale, shoulder blades down. And 3 rounds of breath here. You can be dynamic, move away from it and go back into it if you wish, or stay for 3 rounds. After the third, inhale, lift. Exhale, come to forward bend. This time, you hold the outer edges of your ankles. Exhale. Cascade the upper body over your thighs. Two breaths here. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale. Surrender. Utkatasana. Just observe. Just observe the sensations, the thoughts, anything without reacting, if you can. After the third, inhale, exhale, come to forward bend. This time you step over your palms and exhale here for 2 rounds. Good. Inhale, we bring back, gently coming up to Tadasana. But keep the breath going, so the breath is still moving, you're still practicing Tadasana. Pressing both feet equally into the floor. On the next inhale, exhale, we're going to go into the flow. So come. Through Vinyasa. Whether you want to go upward dog or cobra, that's fine. Then back into down dog. And the inhale, we move the right foot into lunge and we open here. Good. 90 degree is the front shin. Inhale and exhale. Gaze the middle of the palm. Two rounds of breath. The next inhale, exhale. We're going to try and see if you can interlace the fingers here for 2 rounds of breath. If not, just aiming for the inner thigh. Okay? Again, 2 rounds of breath here, whichever you want to work. Good. Inhale and then exhale. You're going to walk to the middle, keep the feet parallel, and then exhale, surrender, forward bend. For 2 to 3 rounds of breath here. When you're ready, walk to the other side, into lunge. So, inhale and exhale for 2 rounds of breath here. After 2, inhale, exhale, try and interlace. Rounds of breath, and after that we're back into the flow. Exhale, dynamically, either knees, chest, chin, and then walk or jump to the front, gently coming up. And then we do twist in chair. Okay, so again back into parallel feet. Inhale, exhale, come into chair. Inhale, come the palms together. Exhale, or you can have the feet together. Exhale on whichever side you want to go first, that's fine. And opening here for 3 rounds of breath. Exhalation, bring you back to the flow. Either walk or jump to the front. Inhale, exhale, put your feet closer, knees together. Inhale, exhale the other side. After 3 rounds, we're back in the flow. If you want to go in upward dog, and then back into down dog, that's fine. And have a breather in down dog. Good. And gradually we're going to start moving towards the floor. So inhale, right knee into your right thumb. Just saying, for those who are confused, it's a mirror image, so my right on your screens will be left. Okay, right. Inhale, and then exhale, surrender. Then gradually, if you want to use a block, okay, any variations here. You can also may want to balance. Good. And then coming up to down dog. Exhale the other side. Those of you who want a bit of a extra edge can demonstrate. You can open that shin a bit wider, so it's kind of parallel to your mat. And the idea is you don't need to go aiming all the way down, because what we're trying to do is just to feel the opening in the joined hip. So you can be a very subtle, like so, movement. I don't need to go all the way down, because my aim is to feel the joint in a different way, a bit more of a edge to it. Okay, so you can try and see how far is pleasantly unpleasant to be there. Okay, so that's a variation. Good. And after 3 or so rounds, you back into down dog. So exhale, tuck the toes under and lift down dog. And those of you who want to do any like headstand, if you practice that, or if you want to balance in crow or anything that you want to do here before we go completely on the floor. Okay, and then we come to sit, Dandasana. Don't know why my mat keeps moving here. Anyway, so Dandasana. Pressing the palms into the floor, keeping the spine actively lengthening. So we're looking for space in the vertebrae. Feet are flexed. Don't know if you can see my feet. Flexed, not pointy, flexed. Good. And the gaze is the big toe. Soften and relax if you need to. And again, press the palms, lengthen through the crown, root into your sitting bones. 3 breaths here. Good. Soften, and again, final. And soften. On the next inhale, exhale, we're going to do a reverse plank. So, this one is when you move your hands further back. This time you point your toes to reach the floor, and with inhale, exhale, you lift, and all these muscles here actively lifting you up, pointing the toes to reach to the ground. The more you point, the better, because that will lift your body further. Okay, and the head is the last to go back. So inhale, exhale, then inhale, look forward, exhale, lower. So let's do that again, up to 3 rounds of breath. Up to 3 rounds with the breath, I meant. Okay. Okay. Once more. And you hold it as long as you feel comfortable with, okay? Good. And then exhale, hug your knees into the chest, massage. Squeeze. Good. And on the next inhale, exhale, we're going for bridge. So put your feet parallel, in line with the hips. Press and start peeling off vertebrae by vertebrae. Any variations here? Some of you may want to interlace the fingers, press more into the ground and lift the body higher. Others may want to reach and grab ankles, but don't forget the knees stay in line with the hips. Okay, and the head also. Don't move it, keep it central. And the others may want to support the lower back, but that's a deeper bend, so be mindful of it. And stay here for 3 rounds of breath, whichever you choose to try today. We'll do 3 rounds of breath here. Soft tongue in the mouth, soft face. Allowing the body to become comfortable in the position. Okay, and then when you're ready to come down, hug your knees into the chest, clockwise, anti-clockwise, massaging. Now those of you who want to lift into shoulder stand, you can go for it if you know where you're going. So remove anything unnecessary that prevents your head to be flat on the ground. And then from there you can start lifting. First come to half shoulder stand, and then gradually, when the breath is adjusted, you can come up
soften the feet, we want to reverse the flow of liquids in the body. That helps the digestive system, the heart to have a little break. Keep lengthening through the tailbone and keep supporting the back with your fingers and palms firmly. If you want gradually to move into plow, again, you can keep lengthening through the tailbone, pressing, supporting the back, or even bend your knees, and if they can, come to the side of your ears. That's very good because it's like a very soothing meditative state that you're going to find yourself in. And after you plow, gradually coming flat on the ground, into fish. Feel that you press into the elbow and the crown is just touching the ground. All we do here is surrender, keeping the chest really open, lifting the sternum until gradually you come, if you want any variations here, happy baby, goddess, before we go into Shavasana. And also try and make sure you cover your body with something. So really take your time to soften and relax. As I said, this will be very beneficial for Vata because it will calm Vata down. Vata needs to soften. So lying on the floor is not very easy for those people who want to move a lot and fast, and that will be a challenging posture for them. Come into Goddess. You can put blocks to support here your legs, your thighs. Keep the feet together, then open the arms. If you need to adjust, as I said, you can go to happy baby, where you hold your outer edges of your feet and pull the knees towards your armpits. Okay, and just move side to side, and then surrender with any blocks, anything like that. body becoming really heavy on the ground. Close your eyes and just become aware of any sensations. So the more you surrender into Goddess and become still and observant, the more the thighs will open wider and they will stretch. The inner, the groin will go further and open and relax the muscles there. So you will find that at some point you may want to remove the block, and the knees will kind of gently go further down towards the floor. And equally, this is when we relax our mental chatter, our mind, we allow the body to go further, even to the cells of the body to find their own balance, so they're not interrupted from our mind constantly interrupting their work. We're just allowing the body to do its business, and that's how it's like. When they find the balance, you will find good health, because the body is much more intelligent than we think it is. We just have to allow it to happen. And with Goddess pose, I think it's a very good example how this happens. Okay. Also, it's quite a vulnerable posture. A lot of people don't like to be so open and exposed. And it's a process to observe how you feel when you literally totally surrender. Can you surrender? And become aware that the ground is supporting you and you're looked after from the sky. I quite like that metaphor. Take a few more deep inhales and exhales there. Observe how you feel, what you're thinking. Can you totally surrender? And then gradually move the arms beside the body, lengthen the legs, adjust the body so it feels comfortable. You may want to cover with something as you're lying down on the floor. Okay. And getting ready for our Shavasana. And in Shavasana, we're going to take deep inhale and exhale, listening to the sounds around you. Becoming aware of the body, how still it is on the floor. And just observing any sensations, any thoughts observing like a silent witness everything around you and everything within you. Then becoming aware of the breath in and out your nostrils. And stay with that breath, counting 10 rounds backward. So starting from 10, inhale, 10, exhale, 9, inhale, 9, exhale, and so on until 0. And if you lose count, go back from the beginning. Gradually begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle your toes, your fingers, head from side to side. Take your time, stretch the body before you come up to final sitting position. Keeping that stillness within you, be aware of it. That is important because when you are quiet, you're able to become tuned in with the more subtle energies. Now feel your heart, and from there we're going to take a deep inhale, 3 ohms and the mantra, Loka mantra. Okay, inhale, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Okay, thank you. Thank you for watching today. Mishu, Tony, Yule. Thank you. Lovely to see you guys. Okay, next time I'll try to put you on camera so we can practice together. Okay. Ciao. Have a lovely weekend and see you next time. Alright? Mwah. Ciao.